Hello guys, and welcome to Unmasked by Totech Wisdom, where we unlearn, relearn, and become. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share with us a very effective way to deal with addiction. I mean the way me personally have dealt with my various addictions. Basically, addiction is your inability to manage your free time. You having problem to be without doing anything is the foundation of addiction. And every now and then, we keep on trying to make a change, try to change from doing something, trying to stop a form of addiction. But in the course of doing that, we usually forget to first of all find, why am I doing this? Make research, look inward, that why is it that I keep on doing this thing? We've never considered it. We just keep on trying to stop it. And most of the time, when we don't know why we do something, it's very difficult to stop that thing. Sincerely. And just because we don't know why, most of us are just trying to stop things, to stop a form of addiction because people say it's bad. Pick any form of addiction, anyone, be it sex, smoking, drinking, different kind of substances, all of them. If you are into any of it, have you ever considered why you are doing it? But we just jump because people say it's bad. We want to quit. Most of the time, we are thinking of quitting something and at the same time still doing it. It's not going to work. It's impossible. Me personally, when I was dealing with addiction of MDMA, when I was dealing with sex addiction, when I was dealing with weed addiction, when I was dealing with tramadol addiction, I kept on doing it and at the same time still thinking of quitting it. The two cannot go together. It will just be cyclical. It will just become a pattern. At times you will be able to stop for some time, and it's common when you don't know why, when you are just trying to stop because most people are saying this thing is bad. So I kept on thinking of quitting and at the same time still doing it. Most time I will be able to stop for 2 months, at times 3 months, at times 1 week, at times 2 weeks. But all those periods, I was just using it to gather more energy. Just like most of us, because it's very rare to see anyone without any form of addiction. So most of us, we relate with what I'm saying. When I stop, and let me pick weed, for instance now. When I stop weed for some period of time, hoping that, okay, this time around, I'm going to stop finally. But I was just on a sabbatical leave. Like Casey will say, I was just on a sabbatical leave gathering more energy, more intensity. And before you know it, I'm back to it. When I'm back to it, still thinking of quitting. At the beginning, I may not even think of quitting, because when you are in break, in weed break, when you are in break, let's say weed, let's say MDMA, all these things, when you go for break, when you think you've stopped, the next time you are back, the first time, the high is so intense and so sweet. Like, if you stop weed for even a week, the next time you will smoke weed, wow, you will enjoy it differently. You would have gathered a lot of energy. You will enjoy it differently, and immediately you are smoking it, be it weed, be it MDMA, be it sex, all these things that I've mentioned, immediately you do it again like this, you will be thinking like, what am I even thinking? Why am I even thinking of stopping this thing? I'm telling you, it will be so sweet, but don't worry. Continue doing it for within a week, within 2 weeks, you will begin to think of quitting again, because it will start to affect you negatively. So I kept on cycling in this pattern. And I thought that, why would I continue like this? This is not life. Then I came across a book. In that book, it's not even about it's not even about addiction. The book is about meditation, or short meditative techniques. 102, is it a 102 or 112 meditative technique, the secret of meditation. It was inside that book that I discovered that before you decide to stop anything, first of all, know why. Find the why. Find the reason why you are doing it. And in the course of me finding why I was doing it, I discovered that the main reason why I am so glued with MDMA, with tramadol, sincerely, is because of sex. I discovered when I became honest with myself, I discovered that it's because of sex. Wow. And sex to me is because I didn't know how to manage my free time. I had a lot of free time in the past. I had a lot of free time. So I couldn't manage those free time. I needed something. So in the course of that, I would think of sex. When I was thinking of sex, I would think of something to enhance my performance, because no matter how much high your libido is, you have limitation. This natural body have limitation. It will get to a stage you will not feel like doing it. Even if you are feeling like doing it, your thing will not rise. Sincerely, your thing will not become hard. You will not be aroused. So because you want to be aroused, because you want to stay longer when you are aroused, you will want to use a substance. So can you see this circle? Now, after now knowing why I've been doing this, then the next step is being aware, being conscious. Don't forget about what people say about MDMA. Forget about what people say about any substance, any form of addiction, be it food, be it sleeping, be it social media, any form. Forget about what people say that it is bad. And don't keep on thinking you want to quit. No. Be conscious, be aware. Do it. Enjoy it. Then I started doing it with all my, not before. Don't be conscious before or after. But as the time you are doing it, when you are smoking the weed, when you are having the MDMA, when you are under the trip, when you are having the sex, when you are taking the tramadol, when you are smoking tobacco, when you are on social media, when you are doing any form of addiction, be aware, be doing it, enjoy it deeply. Be that thing. Let all your body, all your soul, all your mind, everything, let it be in that thing. It's a device. What I'm saying now is a device, sincerely. There are two possibilities when you are so aware, when you are so present with that addiction, not thinking of stopping. No. See it as, I want to be doing it. Now, when you are conscious of it, there are two possibilities. It will get to a stage. No, it's not, this thing is not going to be long. It will get to a stage. It's either you see no reason for quitting. You understand? Or you just see what you are doing to yourself. The second was what happened to me about MDMA, tramadol, even excessive sex and excessive weed consumption. Then I discovered that when I was present with weed, I discovered that, wow, when I don't smoke weed, I have a lot of energy. I don't sleep anyhow. I'm not anyhow. I don't procrastinate. I have a lot of energy. I'm able to do a lot of things. I don't overeat. Then I see that, wow. Currently now, as I'm speaking to you, I don't smoke weed again when I want to do anything important, unlike before. Sincerely, I don't smoke. Now, as I'm doing this podcast now, it will have been more than a week or maybe close to a week that I smoke weed last. I'm not saying I still don't use weed. I still use weed. But it's now consciously, only maybe when I just want to have fun, when I just want to dance, when I just want to do something silly. Not like before that, I couldn't eat without smoking weed. I couldn't sleep without smoking weed. I couldn't do anything. I see weed as something I must do before I do any fucking thing. About MDMA, when I was conscious with it, I see that all the sex, majority of sex I've had with MDMA always end in regrets. Doing things that I always regret and which can be attributed to the substance. When I was so conscious with tramadol, I discovered that I used to feel like I want to have seizure. Like, sincerely. And I also discovered that when I was so present with it, I also discovered that when I use tramadol, I used to have like, my brain used to be like a fog, like it's not clear, that I would just be relaxed, just dull, not sharp. Then I was able to stop MDMA totally. I was able to stop tramadol totally. Now, to my excessive sex, once I was able to stop all these things, sincerely, naturally, excessive sex dissolves. And because I've also discovered that it is my inability, it is because I couldn't manage my free time, because I couldn't manage just be. without doing anything. That is the reason why I've been involving in different things to keep myself busy. Then I found a purpose for myself. Since I've had lot of purpose, lot of things I do, read, do my podcast, walk in the garden, do all this, I discovered that I really have time to even think about all this. So you see why your inability to manage your free time is the reason why you are so addicted to some things. Look at your addiction to social media. Look at your addiction to anything. You will see that it is when you are free, when you are alone, when you cannot manage your loneliness, when you cannot manage your being alone, that is when you engage in most of these things. Sincerely. And the kind of addiction, there are some kind of addiction that are so difficult to let go. They are so difficult. Do you know them? Those are the addictions that are trapped, that are linked with our biological innate drive. You know that our biological innate drives are those things that are hardwired into our system, into our body system, that they are there. Example, sex. We have innate reproductive drive that is in all of us, that is there, that you don't need to be taught. You don't need to be taught, you don't need to be told before you want to have sex. It is biological. It is like that. It is nature to us. So when you are now addicted to it through any other means, or when any of your addiction is also linked with sex, it's so difficult to overcome. Seafood. Food to eat is normal, is natural to us for our survival. All this biological innate drive, they are all for our survival. You understand? So now, when you have an addiction with food, it's so difficult because it is nature to you already. Then you are now hooked because you allow your hormone, your biological innate drive to hijack your body system, to hijack everything about you. Now, let us take smoking for instance. Smoking hijack this sucking drive. Sucking is nature to us. You will see that when we have a newborn baby like this, the first thing the baby will do is crying. That crying is not crying of anything. It is sucking. It is sucking of oxygen. Yes, that's why kids cry. It is sucking. And you will see that you don't need to teach a kid before the kid will start sucking breast. You don't need to teach a kid before the kid will know how to cry, because it is the first action when a child is born. If a child is born within some minutes, if that child doesn't cry, the child will die. I'm telling you, the child will die because the child will not be able to suck in oxygen. So now smoking has hijacked that sucking, because that is why it's so difficult to stop smoking. You see that all of us love sucking something, either smoking, either sucking breast, either sucking dick, we love sucking. It is innate to us. We till adults. So you can see how our biological innate drives are being hijacked by different kind of addictions, different kind of addictive practices. So, knowing all this, I'm sharing this because these are the processes I use. These are the techniques I use to be independent, to gain freedom, to be in control of myself again. If you can also try it, don't just keep on thinking you want to quit something. First of all, know why. What is the purpose? What is this thing doing for me? Why? Be sincere. Don't rush. It can take you, before I know my own why, it took me weeks. I'm telling you. Before I could narrow it down that, wow, this is why I've been doing this. It took me weeks. And after that, I became aware, enjoying it. I would smoke. In the course of that, I turned smoking to meditation. I turned MDMA to meditation. I was present with it. I do it. Then I now saw what I was doing to myself. Seeing what I was doing to myself, it made the switching it off to be easy. And you see, I didn't stop weed totally, because I now saw that this thing is not entirely bad. It can be used. There are some people that have control over MDMA. There are some people that have control over cocaine. There are some people that have control over all these substances. I'm telling you, but they are very, very few. They use it for a purpose. They don't use it they don't just use it. They use it for a purpose. And if that purpose, if they are not, and it's not even every time they use it from that same purpose, that is having control over it. Now, before you can achieve this, there is one thing that there is a way our mind used to play with us with addiction. Before you can admit to yourself, before you can know that you are addicted to something, you will have been addicted for months or years. I'm telling you. Before you realize, before you know, sincerely, you will be thinking, I only do this thing once in a while. I only do this thing once in a while. I only do this thing when I want to do it. I'm not addicted. No, I'm not an addict. Yeah? And the first step to freedom is, first of all, realizing that you are an addict. That is the number one step. Now, another way, after now realizing, the mind also has a way to play us that, it's because I'm not ready to stop. When I'm ready to stop, I will stop. Go and, it's not like go and ask any addict. Ask yourself, you know, that thing that you are addicted to, as you are now, or maybe a change you want to make in your life. How many times have you told yourself that it's because you are not ready to stop? That when you are ready to stop, you will stop. No. You cannot stop when you are ready. You are ready now and you cannot stop. You need to follow it. You need to choose the technique. You need to follow a process. Sincerely, you need to follow. If not, you will just be stopping, coming back, quitting, coming back, quitting, coming back. The essence of this process is not to, it is not aimed at stopping. It's aimed at either you will be able to stop or you will be able to accept it. When you do this technique, you will arrive to either you will stop conveniently without suppression, without you having to suppress anything. It will be easy. It will be like you switch off something, or you don't see reason why you should stop. That will be either of the two will be the consequence. So I'm not going to take much of our time. This is so direct. I hope the way I've been able to arrive to my own freedom from all these substances, from all these things, I hope you too will be able to use this. It's not going to be a one-time discussion. Addiction is a very broad thing, but this is the basic. This is the basic. If you get the basic, forget it. You will be able to go over it. You will be able to go beyond it. You will be able to get over it. Sincerely. And before I go, most spiritual leaders, most motivational speakers, most religious leaders, they have a way to make us feel like we are weak or we don't have self-control. That is why we are addicted. No. No. And because we want to prove all these people wrong, because we want to prove our own mind too, because there is a way all these things we used to listen about, self-control, not having willpower, being weak, there is a way it used to come up on our mind many times. And because we now want to prove that wrong, we don't avoid gathering. We don't avoid situations that can trigger our addiction. Without knowing that avoiding situations or avoiding gathering or avoiding friends or family or avoiding relationship that can trigger your addiction is not weakness, but wisdom. I'm telling you, is the wisest thing you can do. Avoiding situation that can trigger. Let people say you don't have self-control. That if you have self-control, you're supposed to be able to go to that situation and not do it. No. Don't let anybody deceive you. Avoiding it is the best way. Avoiding situation that can trigger it. This will be how I'm going to end this podcast today. And like I said earlier on, I hope this helped you like it has helped me. We will always unlearn, relearn, and become on this podcast. Thank you.